Greetings everybody, Racer here, and sorry I haven't really made any meaningful content other than just uploading competitive stuff that I've been doing. So, there's going to be kind of a big change going on the channel, and technically there's kind of been a little indication of what that is if you saw last week's manufacturer's race, or at least read the description of it, but here's how this is going. I have decided that I am no longer doing manufacturer for the rest of 2019. And in addition to that, I'm essentially just cutting down on all the competitive stuff I'm doing. And the reason is it just feels like, well, there's a couple of reasons why. The first one, here's kind of a perspective on why. So last year, all I did was manufacturers. I didn't do nations, I didn't do that one race or anything like that. I stuck solely to manufacturers. And I was doing pretty okay. You know, I got a good amount of wins, some seconds there, had some nice battles and all that. And I picked a manufacturer that I wasn't so sure was going to win, but I felt like, well, nobody else is going to pick it. And, well, we know how that turned out. And the most competitive stuff I had done while doing manufacturers, you know, there was a big endurance race, which that was kind of chaotic at that time. And I was I was full time in a series, series league, but I wasn't doing any classes at the time, so that kind of helped. And also, I did do some part-time in another league, but those were sporadic races. They weren't, one after another. Now you compare that to this year, I decided to take on nations because I was like, well, let's see what this is all about. Let's see how I do, give it a try, right? And I was doing very well at it. I was doing some good races. At one point, I believe I was somewhere 92nd in North America. I haven't looked at the ratings in a while because I've started to feel like looking at the ratings almost every time after a race has been detrimental to me enjoying the competitive side. But yeah, it was kind of fun. And then I made the not so great idea of going full time in a series whilst doing those races, and that wasn't great. And then on top of that, I also decided to throw in substituting for the for another series. And it's not to say that it was terrible doing that for them or anything, but it's just, in hindsight, I feel like I perhaps should have at least tried to seek out somebody that wasn't as busy as I was to do it, instead of me just going, oh, I'll do that for you. But overall, I just feel like I have effectively affected all my results and stuff in every single one of these. Because I make mistakes in one, I have a terrible race in another. It's just been so detrimental. I mean, heck, all of the races I've done in Substitute with Guy have been less than spectacular. The first race, I got lapped. Second race, I got disconnected, despite being on a wired connection, which I don't know how that works, but that was going on. And then the past weekend here, it was an Nürburgring, and I was taming a car that effectively just did not like turning. So, yeah, great stuff. Now, thankfully, the next 2 weeks, I just have to deal with 2 races, and that's just the final 2 league races that I'm in, as well as the nations. But then after those 2 weeks, it's just nations. So, in short, I felt like I took on way too much this time around. And so I'm skimming things down a bit. So what this is going to mean for this channel is that I'm going to be doing a bit more stuff and adding to it. Now that this is going to actually force me to remember that, oh hey, there's that other stuff people like. For example, going into campaign, doing more of those campaign races, especially since there's been a ton more added since I've last done any of them. That's also going to mean, obviously, getting back into doing the race the race thing, which, I mean, granted, most of the important races have already gone by, so yeah, a bit of an opportunity missed there with those. But hey, why not still go? Why not still go and, introduce some of the more obscure races whilst trying to meet them and all that, to the best of my abilities anyway. So that's basically what's going on. It's just a few changes there, and pretty much how things are going, and what's I'm hoping to do for the rest of 2019. Obviously, that's going to still mean some stuff from GT Sport, which has been the main content for this channel since I literally don't have much else to put on here apart from Project Cars when I do those races. And I don't have, unfortunately, a good PC to do any sort of PC gaming, so yeah, no Assetto Corsa, Competizione, or anything like that for quite some time. But anyway, that's basically it. And I just wanted to update you guys on all that stuff. And yeah, if you guys enjoy this content, then please sure to give the videos a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to tick that bell so you get notifications when a new video goes up. So, with that, I will see you guys next time.